Well, one of the nation's biggest youth groups is getting a makeover. The Boy Scouts of America is rebranding. The organization is now known as Scouting America.
This will take a minute to get used to because you've been around for so long. Joining us to talk about this new era and what it means is Nick Thornton, the Director of Field Service at Three Harbors Council, along with Harrison Costigan, who's an Arrow of Light Scout, and Ivan Banier. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm off to a good start. Ivan's an Eagle Scout who has earned every single badge there is. We'll talk about that in a second.
But that's impressive.
That's impressive. Nick, can we talk about the new name? No longer the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, so the name change is stemming from our inclusivity, right? So we've had young ladies in our scouting program since 1970 in our Explorers program, but just 6 years ago we added them to our Cub Scouts and Scouts BSA program, which is the troops. And so to reflect that and make it easier to break down those barriers so everyone knows that it's inclusive and it's for everyone, the name change was appropriate. So after 115 years,
tell me about your badges and everything that you've earned.
So everything I've earned, it's hard. There were so many experiences where it's hard to pick one.
So you were a Webelow.
I was a Webelow last year, but as of right now, I'm an AOL, which is the last rank in Cub Scouts before you graduate to Scouting America. And I, for one, am glad it's this year this year I'm traveling in, because the fact that it's now Scouting America I find phenomenal, considering it can now include pretty much everyone, and it's a phenomenal program. And like, even with these badges, the way you get them all, like, you may be thinking, like, it's not where you just sit down and listen to someone talk and like you can kind of get, it's where you listen to for them talk for like maybe a couple minutes, 5 minutes at most, but it's mostly hands-on, getting you
got to figure it out yourself
and doing it.
And each of those braids has like little, it's got pens like that you earn.
But they don't just hand those out.
Yes.
You got to do stuff for them, right?
Earn them in order to like just, well, it's hard, there's
to advance.
But as of right now, well, in Boy Scouts, you have to earn like different stuff to advance. Sorry, Scouting America. But in Cub Scouts, it's mostly by age, so you can start to get a feel. Once you graduate to Scouting America, you start making your own progress. And that's actually something I really enjoy about scouting, because the progress is very visible. You feel yourself change for the better.
Can I be a scout?
Phenomenal progress.
Am I too old? Is there an age?
If I were you, I'd promote it and.
Oh my God! Good answer.
Good answer.
Let's move.
Let's talk to Ivan here. Every single merit badge you have earned. How many do you have on there? And I mean, talk about how you earned all of those.
I have 139 patches, and Harrison framed it perfectly. Each of these patches is an experience. It's someone you got to talk to. It might be a new friend you've made or an adult you've met. It's something you may have had to learn. Maybe it's something you enjoyed previously. For me, especially with some of the swimming ones, it's something you had to fail at and grow in your skills and try again.
So you're actually bad at something is what you're telling me. You're not.
Yes.
I was a Boy Scout way back in the day, and I remember, you know, one of the hardest parts is actually finding the people to teach you to learn 139 different things. How did you do that?
It's a challenge at times. Troops sometimes have merit badge counselors. Some of our adult leaders are counselors for certain merit badges like cooking or camping. The council puts together what are called merit badge clinics. You go to an event and a counselor will teach a group of scouts. Could be 3 scouts, could be 30 scouts. And you get your merit badge.
So I learned 2 things. I didn't know that there is a point when you progress, and then it's what you choose to pursue as to what badge that you get, and that you have to seek that person out, that skill out. So that is very impressive.
What do you think of the big changes being the name change here?
I like it. We've had girls in scouting for a long time now, like Nick said, and just having this name change makes it more inclusive. Scouting's mission doesn't change. It's just a slight name tweak.
115 years, right, of scouting?
That's correct.
The Hone Bridge will be lit up on Saturday in honor of the big branding and the big birthday. So, guys, thanks for coming in. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
For having us.